This is Jose Giovanni. You can call me Giovanni, Jose, whatever you want. But so pretty much, I'm just gonna post a quick, some quick tickers that I found that could become, long term to those people who can afford them. They are quite expensive, and we do have some swing ticker penny tickers that are affordable to people who probably looking to, some quick bucks, less time. So what I'm talking about long term is tickers based on momentum that you don't have to worry based because they don't consist of on a big price action drop, or at the same time it doesn't really go up too much of a squeeze without a news, or probably if it's just momentum, which is what I'll be explaining now. It's based on momentum tickers that I found based on momentum, and I'm gonna give a few out here that could become a long term, but also they're clean and they're going to be where I'm going to be down writing the resistance, the support, the trends, the specific any reason how I would break it down. So that will be kind of breaking down into you guys, for you two guys to watch, so kind of having an idea how to break down a ticker. If you're trying to specifically have a plan that can help you find a risk, find a potential, and potential PT's price target. So when it comes to finding out anything specifically like that, this is gonna come down as a good learning purposes. So like I said, this is our quite expensive tickers, but they're also tickers that you can repeat here and there based on smaller momentum time frames, where you can multiply your money quicker if you're trying to have a focus on it. But also, if you don't have to, if you don't want to worry about it, you can also go long, super long, and you don't have to check it every day, so you're not expecting profit every day, but you also expecting profit in the longer time frame. So this is kind of that kind of example. So we're going to start with the first one, and the first ticker is going to be BKH. And I started off, like I said, we're gonna start with our best ones, and we're gonna break it down into what I think are the best ones going down. But I'm probably gonna show four that kind of have my interest here. So we're gonna start off with BKH, and BKH is the first one. Like I said, clean chart. We don't have nothing on it, no trend. But also you have to remember this. This is a monthly oversold. What I mean by monthly oversold is happening, which a monthly is consolidating, and it's finding the support to potentially reverse back, into a higher high, potentially long-term time frame. So monthly, I'm talking about in a year down the street, probably if you're trying to put in long-term potential in this ticker. So we're gonna break it down here. Okay, let me break it down here, and we're gonna pretty much, like I said, it's clean and it doesn't have anything specifically here for it doesn't have anything specifically of lines, right? But we're gonna put our lines here, to help us kind of base a plan. So what's our plan first? We're gonna put our support. Our support gonna start with one. I don't like just drawing one support. I like having a wall of support. So we're gonna try to do two supports, okay? And we're gonna put this one here. So there goes two support. Our main important risk level would be the 48, because that would be the lowest low that it can kind of have the potential to do a longer time frame, if anything. But other than that, as you can tell here, we are pretty much looking for a longer time frame. So this is consolidation here. So as you can see here, we're gonna break this down like this. You have a downtrend break, and you have about two downtrend breaks that could continue, which is this one. So two downtrend breaks. That's a good sign that there are buyers in this ticker that is could potentially reverse back into the 88 area, and it's trading on the 59. So what I'm saying is, this is monthly, right? Monthly means like every single month, we can see that it dropped about $10, but also it have gained about $7. It had gained about $7 in a period of this is actually about, we're talking about October, November. Yep, about talking about October. So pretty much October is after no, September actually. Sorry, in September. So it's from September it's about 2 months, $10. So this is going to be pretty much a longer time from, like I said, about a year. You could potentially be climbing back into the 77 area. Why I say 77 so area? Because that's going to be our high. That if it's going to be like confirmation that is going to also give us to let us know that it could potentially go back and reverse all its gain, and investors going to have the opportunity to pretty much make multiply their money or have this area here to average to know that it could come back and potentially put them in profit or even into a bigger profit longer term. So what I'm saying is now, based on this consolidation here that is taking longer turns to saw the tickers, we're gonna pretty much it's pretty much consolidating, like I say. And if it's consolidating, so it's gonna take a longer turn to potentially go up. But you also, like I said, there's selling going on right now. So selling could mean a good time for you, to start dipping soon based on this daily oversold that's happening now and these daily reset. I'm sorry. So this is what I mean. This is why I wanted to bring this ticker up to my potential mind, is because of the daily reset that's happening. And based on the monthly oversold that's consolidating, because if you look at it, hit the momentum here. Yeah, it's a nice consolidation that's happening now. And based on this buyer, there's a lot of buyers in this support, but also it could take a good while for it to push up and build an attention to the $70. So also, like I said, it brought my attention because we're also sitting on on an uptrend of 4 hours where you can start making higher lows, because it's actually if you can make a higher high, we can start making higher lows. And also because the daily is sitting on a reset. So overall, the daily being on the reset, that gives us the opportunity for us to dip the potential of the monthly into into a higher high. So we're gonna break it down, like I said. The monthly, no, we broke it down the weekly, I think, right now. Let me see what we broke down. Yep, we broke up the weekly. Weekly broke down 2 downtrends. Now we're gonna pretty much build our uptrends. Our uptrend is 1. Our high is right here. So now this is where the tricky part is, right? If you want to kind of avoid a test into the 48s, you're going to want to kind of move into the future a bit, and you want to kind of go ahead and avoid a higher low down risk. So what I'm saying, you're going to take out this line so you don't have that manipulation in your mind that let me see if you can probably bounce there. No, you want to make sure that if this ticker wants to push upward in a higher position, it needs to hold this level like it's been holding it for the past 3 times. So we're going to take out this one and we're going to leave it like this now. So now pretty much we're going to show you that it's in an uptrend, right? And just like it was down, respecting 2 downtrends, this one should respect 2 uptrends. I'm going to put this one here. And since, it's respect, and respect. So for us not to overcrowd ourselves here now, we're going to pretty much take these 2 out and we're going to focus into the uptrend, right? But you can also, you can also put this little line here. So you can tell you that, it just broke a downtrend, but you won't, but it's not really interested. But you can also, like I said, you have to focus on what's happening now. So it's in an uptrend. Since daily is resetting, meaning that this is the area of you that you're supposed to be dipping into the 60, 62, 63 area to for this monthly to potentially go, because look at it, case test and D. So it's a good chance that this daily here, let's put this daily, it's taking a little while. So this daily, there's a good, like, remember how we were bidding our support and resistance. So there's a good chance that this daily could start correcting and start running into the 62 area and probably even, run a higher high. You really don't know, but there's a lot of, volume right now going on. But let's see on the action. Let's see what the action, if that volume was just one buy after hour or was actually action on it. Oh no, there was definitely action on it. This is good. This volume coming in is actually made it high. So now this thing, what it can do it is what? Come down into like I said, 58, 59 area based on his oversold in this 5 minutes. Let's see what 30 is sitting at. Yep, 30 sitting in heat. So it could potentially come back to the 1850 and then, run up again. So what I'm saying is this is kind of based on the long-term ticker because of what's sitting on the monthly oversold and so on. But just know this is a 1 year out ticker. And this is how I would have broken it down and had the potential to focus into a longer potential future turn. So based on the entry, like I said, 58, 59, for me to, potentially eventually get a higher high of $69. So that is my goal right there. So now we're gonna go back and we're gonna go to our next one. Our next one is WGO. We go WGO. Okay, so WGO is the next one. I don't know why my internet is being so slow right now. It's being super slow. Okay, team. We're gonna start off with our next one then. Sorry about that. Our internet was a little bit slow. I tried to have to see if I could probably restart everything and see if it worked that way. And we're gonna try to see if we can continue. So okay, overall, this is my next one is WGO. And this is like I said, I like mixing my tickers based on nice uptrends, nice momentum, fundamental as well. And especially in the FETSO interest that that is causing based on the candles. Candles is how much green, how powerful the green, or how what's if it's an uptrend, downtrend, oversold, kind of that specific reasonings. So pretty much what we're gonna do is this is a support that's being made over time. If we talk about 1, 2, 3, 4, that's a month. 1, 2, 3, 4 as a month, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So this has over been 2 months and so on of consolidations of constantly buying power. So what I'm saying is, this is kind of showing me that there's a lot of buyers interested based on this, potential ticker, based on this weekly, not just because, it's a weekly hold, it's because, it's been holding for so long and he's looking to reverse. So that's a good sign, the interest that buyers aren't looking this to potentially kind of go up into what a higher high of $72. So we're gonna start off why this is powerful. Weekly uptrend, as you can see, K, D, not too far from each other. Buyers' interest of an uptrend. This could be the start of a squeeze into a higher high. Let's go up deep into the monthly. Monthly zigzagging is done it before, but there's look at this volatility. Insane volatility of $20.72. So what I'm saying is all this action could end up breaking out into a higher high of $80 into a year quarter. So why is that? Look at the respect that's happening. Look at this huge volatility of price action. Overall, let's go deeper uptrend zigzag, but there is action of an even higher level. So what I'm saying, this is a year action. You can end up feeling this action again based on what? On this weekly, on this monthly uptrend that's happening. So pretty much what we're going to do right now is break our days here, how we can kind of think of an entry. So like I say, earnings, good hold, nice, making entire high. And what's doing right now is building a higher high. So we're going to build up support, resistance, and interest down on this ticker. We got a 1 support, we got a 2 little wall, and we're going to put it in a higher high of interest, which is, I guess, this because it held its previous high. So we're going to put it at stairs risk, and we're going to put our potential higher high here. So now we got support, resistance, interest high low, and the resistance on top. So we're gonna start building our trend. We're gonna put our trends as yellow, so we can it can let us know what's being respected towards the upside. We're trying to fix it up to make sure that our trend is also being respected. You have to make sure that your trend, it does not matter if it's wick or body. As long as that wick and body is respected, meaning respected is being tested multiple times as it goes up, that's a good respect in the uptrend for you potentially dip and respect your risk as that uptrend goes up, right? So because even times that it will squeeze up and extend itself off the uptrend to come back to test the trend again to go up again, right? So though that's the kind of interest that you want is the respect to make sure that you can come back and dip again or potentially know that that's a risk based on that uptrend that is building. So we're gonna put them, we built our uptrend right here. As you can see, we got a support, resistance, and uptrend, and higher high. So our interest here is now that there's a lot of buyers going on these candles. A lot of buyers. The previous candles, you can see that wicks, previous buys is always being bought, and as you can see, it's being bought again. So this is pretty much looking for a nice little high push into upper resistance. So we're gonna, like I said, build up. So our interest, where you be an interest of buying here would be in this type of area, in this little square before this higher high. It's actually messing. If we bring this down just a little bit, you can kind of see that it's actually $59, and that is looking for a higher high. So if he wants to kind of struggle a little bit to make the higher high, probably come back to the same test and then, I mean, to the same trend and potentially break the higher high. So what I'm saying is if you want to be before the higher high is happening now, and it's okay if it falls a bit, as long as this higher hold, I mean, the higher low hold of $53, which is a long range, right? But what you're looking for is a higher high level on what? On a bigger time frame, which is $72. So overall, based on the interest, it's not just that you gambling based on, okay, let me see who's winning, who's buying. I mean, you can see that the buyers are interested. And you can see the overtime history, buyers are interested in this ticker. So overall, you have, that side that you on the buyer side. So, overall, this ticker has been holding. If it wanted to die, it could have just died, keep going down. The momentum would have failed. But guess who's this momentum? Why the reason this thing respected? I mean, why the reason it recovered the way it recovered? If you go deeper down, look at the quarterly. K respect to D. So that's a good momentum that K is looking to what? A higher push into the $72 that could potentially lead. Quarterly means how much quarterly? Is that like 1 quarter, right? That's like 3 months from now. I'm not even sure. But we're gonna look into, potentially knowing that in a year, based on this action, quarterly, let me see how much is the quarterly. Oh, it's about 3 months. Okay, so 3 months. Boom, it makes a higher high. So even then, he probably even take another 3 months to probably make 72 and another 3 months to make that $75. So this is another good long-term ticker for anyone who's looking for a long ticker. Like I said, price action based on, let's go deeper down to the momentum. And you're going to see that it's in a 30 minutes 30 minutes heat. Potentially buyers are really strong in the tickers, but also manipulating, like letting it drop, finding the right spot to buy and letting it bring it up. So what I'm saying, there is a good potential now that it can hold a 56, 58 area to potentially run a 60, 63 area upper. So this is a good chance based on, remember, we are technical momentum and also fundamental based on buyers, candles, and all that type of interest. That's what we trade. So this is just another one. We're going to break it down into a third one, which is PRBP. And I believe this one's a pretty much a little cheaper, which is this 59. This is actually sitting on $18. And what I like about this ticker is, remember, most of these tickers with the high caps, they do have options. You can even go into options and look into, a nice option play. They have the nice option that you pay in the longer term. Just remember that a volume, this option can have zero meaning today, but when this thing wants to run a day, the option is going to have a lot of meaning because that thing is going to bring what? Attraction when it sits in top gainers, or not even top gainers, but it's actually been climbing for a couple of days. And people realize that and they're like, hey, let me see if I can go some contracts. But guess who? You already ahead of this type of interest, right? So we're going to go back here and we're going to break it down why this ticker came down to my interest again. As you can see here, it's a nice up and down, but look at this area here. This is a nice consolidation. And look at this build up into an uptrend. This is a weekly. Every single week, this thing is making about $3-4 build up. So what I'm saying, this is a good uptrend that could end up being as what? A high squeeze of $22. And what I'm saying is this has a nice range that could end up leading to a nice squeeze based on this $22 of higher high. How we're going to build up our trend now here? Like I said, we're going to put up supports. There goes the support. We're going to put them white, right? We're going to break it down and we're going to put up our top trends and down trends as yellow. So we're going to put a support. There goes one support. There goes two. We're not going to really probably let it drop that deep down. We can probably be interested in this $10 area first. And then we're going to get our interest of a higher high. Since by the looks of it, it really wants it. There's a lot of buyers in this ticker. I'm going to bring this down here. Okay, there goes one higher high interest, and there goes two higher highs interest. Now we're going to be uptrends, right? Uptrends, yellow. I'm going to build a couple uptrends. It's not going to be just one uptrend that I'm hoping that it's going to test that uptrend, guys. Even this is an uptrend, because why is it an uptrend to me? Think about it. It's 1 week. If it's 1 week, you got a whole week. This is not just because you're about to miss an uptrend test. This is meaning that in a whole week, you can end up getting this test and this uptrend. And guess what happens? You end up making money the next week because you just made a high week in the candle, right? So every single week, you can end up multiplying your money in this uptrend because it's giving you enough time for you to, multiply your money by accumulating your money based on this action and based on a lower time frame. So when I mean a lower time frame, how momentum moves in a bigger time frame is going to move in a lower time frame. So this is just based on interest. Interest means, look at the buyers. A lot of buyers overpowering, sellers. And not just that, just made higher high. Now we have two higher highs that Goes one here, $18, $19. Then we have $22. Has a nice range of every week. So we're talking about even probably in the next 3 months, if it wants to come back down, and build up again. So the next 3-4 months, it should be able to run that 22, 23, $4 into an uptrend based on the interest that's happening now in this ticket. Not just the interest happening now, but look at it. There's is good consolidation around this ticker for the higher high, and it's happening every month. Every month, it could end up being a push. Look at this monthly. This is insane monthly momentum that's pushing a higher high that could end up being the next 1 month, 2 months, a good potential long term going into an uptrend. Like I said, we're gonna end up taking this one. Now we're gonna break it down how we're gonna pretty much potentially enter this ticker, right? We're not gonna be interested because we're not gonna let it drop that much low. You're interested in the action that's happening now and what's gonna happen in the future. You're not interested in what's gonna, potentially think that you have to have that mind of interest that you have to be able to read not just the upside but also the downside, because if it's coming downside, it has the potential to make a lower low and make even a lower low, or has that room or have that strength to make a lower low. You want to get out to be able to read that weakness. So you have to make sure that you're not reading just the upside, but you're also reading the downside. So what I'm saying is right now he wants the upside, wants some more upside. He's looking for the 20 area. And I'm not saying 22, but he's looking for the 20 area. Easily 22. If you look about it, high is $19. And then just in 2 weeks, he ran $4. So he can run another, 3 more weeks. He can run another easily $2 more. Okay, so overall, this ticker, I mean, if you think about it, sorry about that. I kicked my little plug-in where I had my thing on, so I kicked it off, and then that's why you heard that little noise. But okay, so overall, this ticker, as you can see, look at the monthly, so strong. Strong monthly for a higher high. Like I said, we're looking for probably a 22 something. If it happens with a 20, runs 23, that's better for us, right? But overall, buyers are interested. This ticker wants a higher high, and good long-term ticker for start looking into a buyer perspective. So we're gonna bring it down, to buying the dips and stuff like that. So like I said, if you break it down, it's already an uptrend. So any entry will be around the 17, 18 area, 20, just to go up, into a higher trend, especially let it consolidate, probably go down a bit based on this momentum. It's hard to see probably 16 again. And sure, at least $18 to continue the uptrend. If this weekly, especially this weekly, it's trying to consolidate some more, like I say, 16, 17 area, and it's gonna, keep going up. Overall, like I said, good long ticker, but it does, like I said, wants an uptrend potential, for more. And so we're gonna do our last one, and that's gonna be PRLD. Is it L? PRLD? Yeah, it should be here. PRLD. There it goes. Okay, so PRD pretty much is my last one. Look at this beautiful. It's it's a lot of buyers interested in the sticker, a lot of buyers. So it's uptrend also in the weekly, and it should be uptrend in the monthly. It looks like it's a new IPO that came from September, 3 months, and it's been climbing in an uptrend. Overall, look at this zigzag, uptrending nicely. So we're gonna do is we're gonna do what uptrends. Remember, uptrends, you also have to remember that it doesn't have to respect your uptrend, but you also want to make sure that it respects it for you to come back or respect that uptrend. Also, if it crosses, it's fine, because who you're gonna use? You're gonna use your higher low. So we're gonna put it here white on the higher lows. And this is all we remember, build a support resistance. And we're gonna put it a higher high, which is $64. And you can see another higher high here. So higher low of interest would be what? This kind of dip. And like I said, there's a lot of, good buyers interest for a long-term ticker. This is something that, they potentially give you some money in the next months or so to potentially run still this momentum push into, a higher high potential. So overall, this 4 hours uptrend, like I said, there's 2 types of entries here. You got one that should probably come to this 57 area, and you have another one that should probably come in if you hold this area of a higher low. So what I'm saying is you can probably go down to a lower time frame and decide that decision when you're looking at the ticker. So like I said, this ticker can do 2 type of things. You can come here, hold a higher low, hold the momentum and go up, or it can actually do, the next one will be coming down, coming all the way almost to the trend, hold the trend and then go up into a higher high. So potentially overall, this ticker, it has ways to do it, but overall, bigger time frames will want to, push a higher high potential. This is a good term, a good long-term ticker as well because it has a good uptrend. I mean, good uptrend, but also a good range. Like I said, 3 months it has done about a 180% climb. So overall, like I said, 1 month, nice uptrend weekly, uptrend respecting, case respecting D, but there's also a lot of buyers. So what I'm saying is, when it comes to long-term tickers, these are tickers that I have in mind to put you pretty much to take you into some profit in long term to people who can able to afford them. But we have our penny, like I said, we broken down our penny stuff, and anytime like any specific type of trades that you want to learn, just know that it requires a lot of experience, learning, and what you're really looking for, but also momentum to make sure that buyers are on your side, and also sellers are not against you because they also when buyers know that sellers are strong, they're not going to try to mess with that. So overall, have a plan, build a plan, and stick to your plan, but also give the time to that plan. You cannot just hope for that plan to work if you do not concentrate to make sure that you remember how they said if plan one don't work, you got to make sure you have a plan B. So overall, team, I want to wish everyone a nice weekend, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget about crypto. We got Mara, Riot. Market so far has been a lot of drama going on with the whole vaccine. So a lot of tickers should probably be pumping, and SPI should be pumping. So because they had a drop, and now it has the momentum to run. So it should run pretty strong on Monday if this vaccine, drama that's been spread around the news all this time pushes the momentum. Other than that, as you can see, for me to be ahead, crypto's been pushing kind of strong. So that's how we know that the market ended up being pushing strong, right? Because crypto's already pushing strong. So overall, there's a good chance that many tickets are going to push, but also, have attention on the Riot and Mara to be getting in as early as you can, because it has the potential to make runs. Even something not is too early, trying to find supports, but if it does early, if it doesn't climb too much, that based on the entries that we're given in the swings, you can have potential. Now, if it climbs too much and then sitting on heat, just wait on a little pullback. So what it can do is come back, build a cup and handle, probably a U shape, and run that pre-market high, which will be probably higher that it ran pre-market. So have high on that, and then any questions, team?